Hi, hello, welcome to today's session. We started our discussion from the chapter The Indian Constitution. From the chapter, we are discussing about the topic from the chapter, that is, why does a country need constitution? Why does a country need a constitution? So, country need constitution, or all the countries established democratic form of government or non-democratic form of the government. Each and every country is given importance to have their own constitution, and at the same time it is not a must for them, the different countries, to have their own constitution. So those who are having their own constitution, the nations which are having their own constitutions, one or the other important purpose will be given for which it is given importance for them to have their own constitution. That was the topic we are discussing. Under that we explained one important point to support or to explain about the question which we discuss from the chapter. So what is the first question? Constitution is required, or a country or a nation is needed, required constitution, because constitution serves several purpose. The purposes may be, it explains about the ideals, principles that the society, how it is organized, how the nature of society is. And also constitution clearly explains that living in society, how we need to live, what are the things, what are the behavior that we need to have so that we can cooperate, coordinate, and for witnessing peace and security. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಇರುವುದು ಅತಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ. ಒಂದನೇ ಕಾರಣವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಚರ್ಚೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು ವಿವಿಧ ಅಂಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಅತಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕವಾಗಿ ಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಅಂಶ ಅಥವಾ ಅತಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಅಂಶ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾಜದ ರಚನೆ, ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನವನ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ, ಮಾನವನ ನಡತೆಗಳು ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಅದು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ವಿವರಣೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಸಹಕಾರ, ಸಹಬಾಳ್ವೆ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ, ನಂಬಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆದ್ಯ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಲಾಭ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಶಾಂತಿ, ಸುವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮತ್ತು ಭದ್ರತೆಯನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. So if people are not cooperating, if people are not coordinating, if people are not having trust, faith on other people living in the same society, then there is no chance for witnessing peace. That's why constitution is required. And moreover, constitution is required for the country to describe or to explain clearly how rulers or rules are mainly given importance to be adopted, so that all the rules and principles adopted in the matter of administration, how they are in favor of people, So administrative rules and regulations, ಆಡಳಿತಾತ್ಮಕ ಸೂತ್ರಗಳು, ನೀತಿ ನಿಯಮಗಳು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಅಳವಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಜನ ತಮ್ಮ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಜನ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಸೇವೆ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡಿತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸುವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾದಂತಹ ಆಡಳಿತವನ್ನು ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಜನಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಆಡಳಿತಾತ್ಮಕ ಸೇವೆ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೇಪಾಳ್. ಸೊ ನೇಪಾಳ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನೈಬರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. And before 1990, Nepal was mainly identified for aristocratic rule. Aristocratic rule. A particular family, a particular king, or and his council of ministers, they holds responsibility in providing various kind of services and facilities to the people. So people from Nepal from 1990 to 2006, they tired from the rule made by the different kings, one who ruled in different periods, like King Dhanendra, Deependra, Bhupendra and others. So their rule is against to the people. That's why people went with fighting, and people successfully in the year 2006 they changed Nepal from monarchy to democratic. Here, what was the purpose that people are willing? That is the important to know the question which we raised. Here people are interested what? To change their government, to change their society from one to another. Now people from Nepal, they are interested to change. Why? The rule of the king is not in favor of people. That's why people are interested to establish such a form of government which works in favor of people. That's why what they did, they involved with fights, they involved with struggles, they even went with taking part in revolutions. Then they even went with dreaming about the origination of society, how people should be there in Nepal, how Nepal government should work in favor of people. So all these set of rules and regulations they clearly mentioned in their constitution, and from 2006 they adopted, they established democracy, and they went with the following democratic form of government. That is the first purpose. Second purpose, a country needs its constitution because constitution clearly defines about political system. A country need to have its own constitution. The second purpose is because constitution defines about how the country is adopting its political system. ಪ್ರತಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೂ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅತಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕವಾಗಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಎರಡನೇ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನ ವಿವರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So what is this political system? Why we need to have political system? So just recall. So in the case of Nepal, king and council of ministers. In the case of Nepal, king and council of ministers, they hold responsibility in providing services. So whatsoever the suggestion, whatsoever the plans and proposals that are going to be suggested by council of ministers, king used to implement. And these services suggested by council of ministers, if it is against the people, then there is no chance for people to express. There is no chance for people to express, and there is even no chance for people to express what kind of service that they are in need. That's why political system is essentially given importance for constitution to describe how the nation is political system in providing various services and facilities to the people. So here political system is most important part of the constitution, which describes about the nature of the country. For example, democracy or democratic form of government. So here, in the democracy or democratic form of government, people holds maximum responsibility in forming and getting various services and facilities from the government. So people are going to elect their representative. Representatives are going to work in favor of people. If representative is not working in favor of people, then people are going to express their opinion by choosing the other right suitable person, one who can work. Means people's opinion is taken into consideration in democracies, whereas in other form of government, here people are not even taken into consideration. Who is playing most important role here? Council of Ministers and King. There is no any part or role is mainly played by people. So to know about people's role, people's participation, people's right, people's involvement, and so on so information in the political system, it is must for the nation to have its constitution. That is the second purpose for which the constitution is required for a nation. So for best example, let us quote what we discussed from the previous year chapter. We studied from 7th standard. So 7th standard, there is a chapter with the title on equality. On equality. So on equality is the chapter. On equality is one such principle which explains that all the people are equal before law. All the people are equal before law. This particularly states clearly that in India, people are mainly given importance with the concept of oneness. Oneness or one. There is no many in the sense not physical. Ideals which are given importance to be applicable for all without taking into consideration of the other factors which makes the categorization or classification of the people. So people should not be discriminated on the grounds of caste, creed, gender, place of birth, educational qualification, economic status and others. It should not be taken into consideration. Just recall all equality from the same chapter. We discussed about one important person, that is Om Prakash Valmiki. Om Prakash Valmiki belonging to scheduled caste. He was made to sweep entire classroom and he was made to sit separately in the classroom. He was not made to involve with other people. So if these kind of situations, these kind of incidents, if it is faced by the people, then people definitely goes on thinking, myself, I am stuck in a problem. So what is the solution for that, which I am having from the established form of government? So all these kind of information is going to be known to us when the nation is given importance to follow and mention clearly in its constitution. That's why constitution is required for nation to describe or to define or to explain how the country or how the nation is having adopting established its political system. That is the second purpose. So third purpose and other purpose we will discuss in tomorrow session. Let us end today's session and see you in the next session. Thank you. Take care of yourself.